Hello friends, today in this tutorial I'll be showing you that how to scrape the number of online users which are present inside Omegle.com. Omegle, that you know that it's an anonymous text and video chatting kind of application where strangers can talk with each other, and many a times this value changes. You can see that instantly this value changes how many users are present at particular amount of time. So it's very important to know for you as a website visitor which time has maximum visitors present on the Omegle platform, so that you can chat with the unique people. So to solve this problem, we will be displaying this number here. We will scrape this number and display it inside the command line, and for this we will be using a simple Python script which is making use of the Selenium library. Selenium is an open source web scraping library which makes this job way more easier, and you can see that we can just select this element on the screen and inspect this element also. This is the one way of doing this, but there is a very easy way which is provided by Omegle, which is their own API. It's a very, I would say it's not a direct API, it's a very indirect API which many people don't know. So let me just show you the API URL through which you can get this value. It automatically changes after a few minutes because users come to Omegle, they left it. So depending upon how many users are present, so you need to know this value. So I will, if you go to the video description link, this is my blog post present on codingshiksha.com. So step-by-step instruction is given, so you can refer this blog post and copy paste all the source code. Let me just first of all tell you the URL. The URL is pretty simple, guys. If you type this on your browser, which is this URL, front1.omegle.com/status. So basically this is the URL. If you hit this on your browser, it will exactly return this JSON response to you. First property, this is the main property here, which is 51,172. So you can see that it matches this value. It is written here 51,000 plus. So it is giving you the exact number of users which is present on Omegle.com website at this moment of time. You can see that 51,172. If I refresh this, it will change automatically. You can see that this number will change here, 51,052. So automatically this number will change after 5-10 seconds. So we need to display this number on the command line so that we can know remotely without going to omegle.com how many users are present. So now to do this process, guys, we are using, as I already told you, we are using Selenium library. In the last tutorial I have shown you how to automatically download the Chrome driver using a Python script. If you haven't watched the previous tutorial, I will highly suggest that you watch that previous live stream. You can see it's an open source framework which is used for testing purposes, and also you can use it for web scraping. And first of all, what we need to do is that you need to just make a driver.py file inside your root directory. Let me delete this files, both files here. So this is clean slate. So first of all, just make this file driver.py, guys. So in the last tutorial I have shown you step by step how to write this. So it will automatically download the zip file and it will extract the Chrome driver of Selenium. Let me paste it and guide you what we are doing it. We are hitting this endpoint. We are downloading the latest Chrome driver for Selenium. If you are using Firefox, then you will replace the Firefox here depending upon your browser. So we are using Windows 32 because my machine is Windows machine. So if you're using Linux or Mac, you can change the URL depending upon. So now basically, guys, if I run this script here, it will automatically download the Chrome driver to me. Sorry, let me Python driver.py. So now, guys, you can see it is automatically downloaded the zip file, extracted my Chrome driver.exe. That's exactly what I want. So now we can delete this file, or you can manually do this process, guys, by going to just type Selenium Chrome driver download. You can also do it manually, but it will take a lot of time. But I will perfect the Python script. Just paste it and run it. It will automatically do your process. Now you need to make the app.py guys file here. So right here we need to include the Selenium library. We need to import the WebDriver library from here, and also we need to, from Selenium WebDriver chrome.options, we need to import the options module. We also need to import the regular expression, which we will need at the later tutorial. So options will be equal to the options constructor, and options.headless. So we will make it in the background. So whenever you run this web scraper, it will run in the background. So this makes it that option. If you make it as false, then it will show you all the process. It will open that window and then scrape this. So we will run this at headless. So now to add an argument, we can use add argument. So we will make this window. We can provide a width and height. So let's suppose the width will be 920 and the height will be 1200. So you can change the width and height accordingly. So we will declare the count variable, which will be empty by default. And now we need to execute, we need to provide the executable. So we will simply say webdriver.chrome, as we are using the Chrome browser. And then we will pass the options that we have configured here. You will see options will be equal to the options variable. And then there is a second parameter here, which here you need to provide the full path of your Chrome driver where it is stored. So it is stored in the inside the same root directory. So we will just write here chrome driver.exe. So after doing this, guys, we will go to the URL, which URL that we need to scrape. So we will open this URL, driver.get http front1.omegle.com/status. So this is the URL that, guys, we will open it. And now, guys, if you open this URL, it is slightly differently how we scrape this. Let me show you. We need to scrape all this data, which is JSON data. So if you just see here, if you right click inspect element, we just need to copy paste the X path of the body element. So this is copy the X path, that's it. So as you know that in Selenium we can find out elements by their X path. So that's exactly what we will do here, find element by X path. So here you need to paste the X path of the body element, that's it, /html/body. So this will get all the, if I print out, so in the console, if I run this file here, python app.py, so now, guys, you will see that it will open that in the background, and this is your element which is there. Now to extract the text, we will simply write dot text. So this will extract all the text which is present inside this body element. So this is the JSON response, guys. You can see that this is all that we need here, which is present right here. So we are successfully printing it out, this JSON response. So now we only need this number, which is 51,208. So beside this, we don't need this. This is all garbage data. So now we will do the filtering process. So now we will simply run a for loop, as this is an array of string values. So for x in element, we will put a if condition here. If x is equal to, double equal to, comma, then in that case we will break the loop. That's it. And also count variable that we have initialized, which is empty string, we will concatenate to x. That's it. So if I now print count here, so what will happen, guys, this is a simple logic that we are applying here. So we are keep looping through until we find out this comma variable. If we find the first comma, we will break out of the loop. So that's why, because we are doing it because this comma here, after this comma we don't need all this value. So that's why we are not looping through all this. So now if I run this, only this count, if you just see here, web element object is not iterable. Let me see, sorry, element.text. This needs to be there. Just make it element.text. So now guys, you can see that it is now printing count 51,330, because after that there was a comma, so that's why this for loop is correct. So it found out that comma and it break out the loop. That's it. So now guys, we need to remove this the string from the number. Because we only need the number, we don't need the count variable. So for doing this, it is very simple. We have imported this regular expression module. So there is a simple method out there which lets you remove the string from the number. So inside this guys, we will put users and regular expression dot sub. There is a sub method, and inside this there is this regular expression that you need to write. The link will be there inside video description for all the source code. You can copy paste it. 0 to 9 comma dot, and again do this, put a comma, single quotes, and then count. That's it. So now we can simply print out Omegle online users right now is users. So lastly, we can quit driver.quit, so to close out the application. So now if you run this application guys, you will see Omegle online users right now is 51,457. So you can see that guys, we have successfully scraped out this value here, which is present on the official website of Omegle. How many users are present right here at the particular moment. So many users have asked this question on Stack Overflow, so I decided to make this video on my YouTube channel so that they can find out this solution. You can just delete these print statements. We don't need this. We only need the number. So you can also develop an online tool guys which lets you find out the number of users which are present on Omegle. So you can convert this into a desktop application. You can make a API which will return this number. So there is endless opportunities on that you can do with this Python script. So if you like this video, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next live stream.